And let me just tell you, you as a driver have excelled a lot in the last year. What do you think the reason is for you as a driver? It seems like the light bulb has really come on for you with the 410 sprint car. Can you explain that to me a little bit?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it starts kind of even before we started last season. We had the opportunity with Kurt Fisher and Devin Fisher coming on board and bringing Fisher Body Shop, and a lot of help from them has allowed us to race 410s full time. Without them, we kind of planned on just running a little bit of stuff here and there, and then I was going to run for other people some, and then they approached us, and being able to run full time in a 410 thanks to them was what kind of let me get the laps. And then obviously once we were able to hire Chad, it allowed us to race more. With
Right.
my dad's work, he's just so busy that we couldn't race the way we needed to or wanted to. And it's not his fault. Like my dad did all he could with, taking us as far as he did. Like, he did a great job. And
Yeah.
obviously we were fast with my dad too. And then once Chad came, it was like, just everyone got really excited last year, and then we rolled good at the end of the season. We kind of had just tough times to start, but it's like we've been turning it around, and it's a good thing the Fishers are sticking behind us and helping us out. And,
Yeah.
it's like my dad, he's done a lot for my career, and without him, I wouldn't be here at all. So
Yeah.
got to thank him, obviously. So he's done a big part. And my crew guy Steve Daniels, he works his butt off, and so does our friend Randy. So
Right.
we got a good group with my dad, Steve, Randy, and Chad. So
Yeah. So, what do you think Chad brings to the table? Maybe more. And your dad, as you alluded to, he did a great job, right? But what do you think that Chad brings to the table that adds to your program a little bit?
yeah, like Chad's really knowledgeable with the shock stuff and the motor stuff, and then him having experience on the road is huge. So, obviously my dad, with how busy he is, he can't focus full time on
Right.
his business plus a race team and try and do everything right. So for me, it was like last year before Chad came, it was really like I was trying to do everything by myself, and we were doing good, but we weren't traveling and racing a lot of different places like we are now with Chad. And I think the organization and the upkeep and just being able to have him who understands more about the motors and the fueling and shock stuff and setup stuff and being on the road, it helps a lot.
Yeah. With your grandfather and your dad, they were accomplished racers. Do you ever feel any additional pressure by having the Gennetten name?
No, not really. Like it's more, it's just really cool to, be able to say I got it than anything.
Yeah.
I don't really ever feel any pressure from it, but it's actually kind of funny you mentioned that. Yesterday we were in the infield, and someone came up to me and was like, "Man, I used to race with your grandfather." And it's always cool whenever you can, be at places like this or anywhere
Yeah.
else out on the road, and you got people that you never even seen or met before coming up to you talking about them, and it's kind of a unique thing that I cherish, and I'm really grateful for.
It seems to me that you have your grandfather's gene. Does anybody ever come up and say that to you, that you remind them of your grandfather a little bit? Do you ever have people say that to you?
Yeah, I usually from the people who race with him, they always say I kind of remind them of him. So, especially on the driving side of things. So that's good to hear, because it makes me confident whenever they say that, knowing that I have that capability.